Hey guys, welcome to a new video, and thank you for watching my last one. It was kind of hard to make. In this video, we'll be talking about someone who broke in my house pretty much. But before we get to that, here's my new intro. Alright guys, that was my new intro, and if you liked it, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And now we're going to talk about the person who broke in my house. This person, actually was, alright, so when we first moved into my new house, someone broke into our house, and how that started out was the day was perfect, and it was going great, and we were mowing the lawn, and my dad had just taught me how to mow lawns, so it was pretty easy to do. And after he taught me how to mow the lawn, we were mowing the lawn, we're cleaning up my house, we're getting ready because we had just moved into this house. And so we're meeting our new neighbors, and they're all nice, and we don't know this one family, but they live across the street from us. And when we met them, they were okay. They were kind of weird, and we didn't know how they were reacted or how they were. But they talked very weird, and they look like they just came out of a mental institution. And I'm not meaning this in a bad way, but literally they look like they came out of a mental institution. You know, they had the raggedy clothes and the doctor's gown. It was kind of weird. But what happened is we were just sitting there and we're cleaning my house up, and my dad's outside mowing, and I'm cleaning up the kitchen, I think. And all of a sudden, just the door, you hear knocking on the door for a minute, and I think one of my siblings went to go answer the door. And what happened, and just all of a sudden, they open the door, and this lady walks in, and it's the mental institution Karen across the street, and she comes in, and she's like, hello, and I'm freaked out, and I look over, and I'm just like, hi, I'm gonna go get my mom real quick, because I'm younger when this happened, and so it was kind of weird to me. And I'm going up to my mom, I'm like, Mom, this lady just walked in our house, uninvited. Because my sibling walked up to the door and just opened the handle, and as soon as they did that, the lady burst in. And so we're freaking out, and this really did scare us. And I have two stories like this, and I'll tell the one in a minute. But when she got in, it kind of actually scared me, and she was just walking around the house, and she was not allowed, and she goes upstairs to where my Xbox is, all this stuff, all this expensive actual stuff. And so we're and my mom was like, hey, were you allowed to walk in? And she was just like, yeah, your little daughter let me in. And my little sister, she's actually really young, and when this happened, she was even younger than she is now. And so she's scared because this lady just burst in the door, and just it was it scared us all. And my mom, she's like, all right, she's talking to this lady, Mrs. Karen, and they ended up making her go out the door. And I guess someone was taking care of her and walked over, was like, I'm sorry for that to happen, and it shouldn't happen, and all that. It was weird, but it was no biggie. So alright, so a week goes by, and all of a sudden someone's knocking on our door again. And we're like, oh, it's probably someone else. We look at the window before we answer the door because the lady scared us, and it was the same lady. Door shut. Didn't let her in. Didn't do anything. And later, the door is the handle's just getting jiggled. And this lady was literally trying to break in our house. And we're just freaked out. And she's trying to get in to talk to our parents. And so I answered the door, and I hold my form. And she tries to come in. I'm like, nah, I'm sorry, but you can't come in. And she's like, why? I know your parents. And I'm like, no, you don't. And she's like, "Oh, come on, just let me in." I'm just like, "No." I was done with this lady. She made me mad the first time. Like, she actually scared me when she walked in the first time. And then we had like all of our expensive stuff was just laying around because we were still in boxes pretty much. And so this lady, she's trying to like get in the house so that we can't do anything about it. And we're just like, "No, this isn't happening." So we weren't having it. And so later, no, we're just chilling out. The door's still unlocked, I guess. And she comes in the house. No one answered the door. She didn't even knock. She just comes in the house and starts looking around our house for our parents. And I was terrified. I hid behind the couch, terrified. Like, this scared the crap out of me. And so we're just chilling and hiding. And, like, it was just horrible. And it scared us, and my dad was done, and so he just like kicked her out of the house, was like, "Get out of my house now." And that she got out and didn't come back after that. And I guess my dad just scared the crap out of her. But yeah, my dad terrified her after that. And I have another story like this, and this story, actually, one second before I get to the next story, please like, subscribe, comment if you like. Helps out my channel. I gotta say this several times because some people don't get it. They're just like, oh, they're right there. Yeah, okay. But, alright, next story. The lady that the last story ended up moving away. But this next story is from when I was 3 years old. When I was 3 years old, we lived in a house that was very small. My parents couldn't afford much, and this lady knocked on our door, and I answered it, and she burst in saying, "Oh, where's your parents? I need to talk to your parents." And my dad was scared. So I'm terrified because I just opened this door, and this lady's trying to get inside the house. And this is from my parents' point of view, since I didn't really know what was happening. I was too young to remember all this, but I remember some of it. And my dad, I guess, had a taser because this lady was literally trying to burst in the house. It was like she was trying to push me out of the way, and she ended up pushing me out of the way. And she had just leaves in her pockets, like, not joking, just tree leaves in her pockets, just shoved in her pockets. And so my dad's trying to get her to leave, and she won't leave. And he's like, "If you don't leave, I'm actually going to tase you." And she's just like, "I want to borrow your phones. I want to borrow your phones." And my dad's like, "Why do you want to borrow our phones?" She's like, "Oh, for no reason. I just need to call my mom." And like they're like, "No, you burst in the house. You didn't even knock. Like, you knocked, but like you pushed my 3-year-old son out of the way and all that stuff." And so she ends up leaving. Well, she didn't really leave. She walked around our house several times, then started dancing in our front yard and running around. So my dad called the cops, and not joking, the lady literally said she was their niece. The lady said that the guy who called the cops on a lady who was dancing in their front yard with leaves in her pockets was their niece. So the cops did Jack Squidley to this lady. And this went on for like a month. And this lady is just trying to get in our house and steal our stuff. And so I'm really young. I don't really remember all this, but my dad was just done. And she kept like pacing around our house every day. And like she tried to actually break in one time. Like she tried to break the window. My dad caught her. But like she was trying to get inside the front door mostly. And then finally she like was actually trying to get in the front door, and my dad called the cops, and they got there, and like she had nothing to say. So she ended up getting arrested for that, and we didn't see her again, which is great to hear, but also terrifying, and I'm paranoid, and my childhood, traumatizing, for real. But guys, thank you for watching. Very short video this time, not 15 minutes long at least. I actually tried to edit this time, so please, if you want some more content like this, like and subscribe, and just comment, say more of this, because I'm not very good at playing video games, and as you can see from the content that you're watching, that I'm not actually that good. but I'm trying to learn how to edit. My editor quit. Best friend, but we started a new YouTube channel called The Urban Legends on YouTube. If you'd like to go see that, it might be in the description. I'll leave my Instagram in there too. Just go follow those. And guys, see y'all later. Peace.